Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Khadija, and for my returning viewers, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. But today I was actually whipping it up in the kitchen, and I just started randomly thinking about relationships, and I knew I needed to do a video today, so I figured why not do a mini mukbang and drop some relationship advice for you guys. And it's not even relationship advice really, just talk about relationships period. So today we are going to be eating my favorite, which is shrimp pasta with a little bit of green beans and some garlic bread. And y'all, this is so bomb. This is my favorite thing to cook. So before we do any talking, I'm just going to eat a little bit because I am pretty hungry. So I'm going to eat a little bit, and I hope you guys don't mind, and then we'll get right into this topic. But let your girl eat just a little bit. I'm going to have some yummy shrimp. Y'all, this is so good. This is my favorite thing to cook and my favorite thing to eat. Y'all don't understand. This is also my favorite drink. Now, y'all don't judge me in the comments because I know Coke is not good for you, but I love Coke. Sorry. So for those of you who don't already know, I'm 23 years old, and I've been in 2 serious relationships. And in those relationships, I've learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about relationships. I learned a lot about love, a lot about loving someone unconditionally. I've had a lot of good times. I've had a lot of bad times. So your girl have learned quite a bit about relationships and about love. In my life right now, I'm to the point to where like I really want to focus like on myself. And like I want to focus on like things that make me happy. I want to focus on like things that, I don't know, things that I enjoy. Like I feel like for so long I've been the person to like make everyone else happy and put myself on the back burner. Like I really haven't been putting myself first and prioritizing myself. And I'm to the point in my life to where I'm getting older and I want to enjoy myself. I want to like do things that makes me happy, love myself more so that I can bring the right kind of love into my next relationship. And like I said, I'm 23 years old. I'm not getting any younger, and I'm also not saying that like I'm trying to rush into something, but I mean, like when I was younger, and you know, you used to have those little conversations like how old you think you will be whenever you want to get married, and like how do you see yourself in your wedding dress, like that type of stuff. And honestly, when I was like even a couple of years ago, like I always felt like by the time I turned 25 years old, I wanted to be married or at least be engaged and starting a family and traveling and just being happy with someone, like a long-term type thing. And I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just tired of playing games. Not really playing games, but I don't know, I just want something serious. But not saying that I want something serious right now. Like I said, I do want to focus on myself, and I do want to enjoy myself a little more. But I also don't want to wait too long before I meet that person that just gives me that feeling like, oh yeah, this is a forever thing. I'm gonna marry this person. Like this is my soulmate, because I just want the right person. And I know, like, you have to wait until God's timing. Like, you can't really put a rush on stuff, because God has, like, your life already planned out and stuff. So I don't know, I just feel like it's to the point to where I'm ready to be, like, in something serious and to build something with someone instead of dating to just date. I want to date to eventually marry someone. And I know I'm still young, like I said, but I'm not rushing. Right now, I'm actually enjoying being single and finding things that makes me happy. Like, I remember, like, in, like, my past relationships and stuff, I remember, like, being that girl, like, that felt that I would never get to a point to where I would be happy alone. Like, even though I don't need a person to make me happy, I just never felt like I can get to the point to where I can just be happy by myself. And it's like, it really didn't take much at all. Like, I know it's pretty cliche to say that time heals all, like, time heals everything, but it's honestly the truth. Like, for me, like, whenever I would go through a breakup, I would, like, try to focus on other things instead of always being, like, bored and not having anything to do, because being that way makes you have that person that was always there with you. That makes, like, that person always be on your mind. Like, I don't know, I just always kept myself busy and occupied, because I knew, like, if I was sitting at home bored, I would be weeping and crying and worrying about, oh, what this person doing and stuff. So it's like, it's good to take one day at a time. Like, whenever you're going through a breakup, take it one day at a time, because time does heal. Time does heal all. Like, that's a true statement, and that's something that I have learned over the years. Like, each time it gets better and better. Each day it gets better and better. Like, it'll be days till, like, I'll go one day and I'll be like, okay, I made it through that day. I didn't think about him. Or maybe I did think about him. Maybe something came across the TV that made me think about him. Or maybe a song came on that made me think about him, but I didn't text him. So that was a huge step. Then the next day will come and I didn't text him. I stopped thinking about him so much. And then that day will pass. And that's really how I got over, like, my breakups, by time. Like, of course, it's not going to take days. Well, it varies for different people. But for me, it didn't take days. It didn't take weeks. Well, I can't really say it didn't take days or weeks. For sure, it didn't take days. But, like, eventually, as time goes on, you stop thinking about that person. Not saying that you stop loving that person. Yeah, we may break up, and yeah, I may stop thinking about you the way that I was thinking about you, but that doesn't mean that I won't always have a special place in my heart for you, or I won't be there for you if you, like, through tough times whenever you need me. Things just happen, and I'm not going to stop caring about you just because we went through a breakup. But I am going to eventually get over you. I'm going to find happiness within myself. And I'm also going to eventually move on to someone else. And I don't know, y'all. It's just like, time really does heal everything. Right? And then also, in some cases, when it's dealing with, like, bad breakups, and when you feel like you've been with this person for so long and they're unappreciative for the things that you've been through with them and the things that you've, like, sacrificed for them, they're very unappreciative of it. Like, you have to put instead of, like, hurting and constantly reminding yourself about that, it's like you have to put yourself in the mindset, like, okay, this is just one person in this entire world. Like, that's one person that didn't appreciate the things that I did for them. But they have millions of other people that's in this world that you can connect with, and millions of other people that would appreciate the things that you do, you know? And it's like, you can't really focus on that one person. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're young, like you want to give yourself options, like not options like going around and dating and cheating on someone, but like don't settle down until you know that person is the one. Like that's one of the things that I've learned about myself, like not to settle down unless I know for sure like this person matches like all of my standards. Like, and it's not going to be a perfect person that comes into your life that's going to match all of your standards, like every last one of them, but if they match the majority of them and you know that you're taken care of, you're being respected and you're being appreciated, then that's really what matters. Like that person's giving you the time, they're there for you physically, emotionally, and mentally. Like that's how you know that that person is like the one. Well, at least for me, I know that those are the things that I have to start looking for in people to know like if they're the one for me or not. And it's like, don't rush, because at the end of the day, you may go through all these different people. You may go through 20 different people, and none of those 20 people were the one. But God has created someone for each of us. Like that one person, like for each of us, God created for us. And it's like, you just have to be patient and go on God's timing. Like if something didn't work out, then it wasn't meant to be, period. It wasn't meant to be. It was a reason for it to not work out. And that reason probably is because God is preparing you. God is teaching you like the things that you need to take into consideration. Like you move on from that person, but you learned something from that person. The next person you get with, oh, maybe that didn't work out, but I'm pretty sure that you learned something from that person. And as you continue to learn, you're going to find the right one that's going to show you, oh, all of those previous relationships that I've been in, I've learned these things from, and that has made me a better person for this one person that I'm meant for, the one person that God created, that I feel God created for me. Like that's really how I feel about it. That's how I feel about relationships. And it took me a while to like really sit down and think about this, and like over time, like to learn these type of things. But I feel like it takes time, period. Everything takes time. So if you're going through a breakup right now and you're feeling disrespected, unappreciated, or even if you're going through a breakup that was a mutual thing that didn't even end on bad terms, just know that time heals everything. Don't worry about it. Pray about it. And you will find someone better. Period. And that's another thing that I've learned too. And not even like about relationships. Period. Like, period in life. I've learned that you can't really dwell on something, because the more you dwell about it, the more that situation is going to have power over you. Pray, give it to God, and keep it moving, baby girl. Because it wasn't meant to be. And that is what I have learned about life. That's it for this video, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. You know, I always have to thank you guys at the end of every video, because I truly appreciate all of my supporters. And make sure you guys stay tuned for the next video. And before you leave, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment in my comment section, because I love communicating with you guys, interacting with you guys. I love it. So don't forget to drop a comment, and I will see you in my next video.